It's because of COVID, because we can't visit them in schools. And so we're looking forward to this training, which we hope that is going to empower us as lecturers as well as students. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. I will now hand over to Andy.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mine is not that long. I think it's long, but not that long. Before we continue, I'm assuming everyone knows, but they have to do e-portfolio, and they were shown how to do e-portfolio, right? Bongo, everyone here, I'm assuming that they were shown how to do e-portfolio.
Maybe guys, by show of hands, do you guys know how all to do e-portfolio? I think you guys all went through the e-portfolio training. Just by show of hands, do you all know how to do your e-portfolios? Yes. Yes, I think that most of them, it seems as though they can. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Okay. So basically, I'm gonna show you guys how to upload the videos on your e-portfolios and how to edit your videos. But I'm sure most of you guys know how to edit videos because you guys use Viva. Is it Viva Video, something like that, where you do your videos and you upload them on your status, on WhatsApp status? Is similar to this. In fact, it's the same because I'm not sure whether your videos is gonna be one stretch video or is gonna be clips of or short clips of your lessons, because I don't know the formula or the format you guys gonna use, whether it's gonna be short videos, then try to combine them to make a one large class, or you're just gonna have continuous recording of the whole class. I don't know, maybe 30 minutes or 45 minutes. I don't know, but I will show you guys how to do this. Yes, Mamumtag.
Yes, it will be the whole lesson, which could last 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure whether you guys can see my screen here. I'm gonna use the same e-portfolio Lali used in the morning. I'm not sure whether it's the same group or different people, but I'm gonna use one that Lali created. So, okay, let me close this, that. Okay. Before we get here, everyone knows how to get here, right? How to get to your e-portfolio so that we move along swiftly. Or I should show you guys how to get to this part, because I don't want to leave someone behind and then get an email saying that I didn't understand how I got to that part. Yeah, it's just Mamutsa boy.
Okay, hi Ace, hi everyone. I would suggest that you can just recap on the e-portfolio, because I think this group, we last did a session with them last year. So maybe they would need just a recap.
Okay. Or do you want to do that part?
Yes, I agree, Ace. Maybe she can.
Pongo, don't you want to do that part? Then I will take it from there.
I can do it, or Lali can do it since she's. Do you have your stuff, Lali? Since you're doing Lali's portfolio.
Lali.
Ace, can you just share the portfolio? This part I'll just talk. Can you share?
Okay. The actual portfolio, the one that's here.
Yes, the one that I shared with you.
Okay.
Start from how to log in, from the Google.
Oh, okay,
page.
cool.
Okay.
Okay. I have no choice but.
Because my worry here is that most people, I see that they've got network issues, ne?
Yeah.
So we need to be as quick as possible.
And we have load shedding at what you call it, 5.
Yes.
Okay, let me.
Are you managing ACE, or would you like me to
Give
share my
me.
screen?
Okay, perfect. Yeah, Ibona Wela.
Yes. Okay. Once again, greetings to everyone. This is your drive where you will be, where you have created your e-portfolio. This is the e-portfolio S. Can you open the portfolio?
Okay.
Just a recap. I won't go into detail.
Okay.
But to come to this step where you create your portfolio, you go to new, and then from new, you select, you go to more. After more, you select on Google Sites. On Google Sites, that's where you create your, that's where you create your e-portfolio. Ace, the screen is blank now.
Excuse. That's the thing I can't see, because if I move from one to another.
Oh, okay. Can you double click on the portfolio? I'll just recap on the creation of folders.
Okay.
Once you have created your e-portfolio, you'll be required to create folders as per your rubric. And also this is the home page. To create the home page, you select the layout, the first layout on your, you select the first layout, and then to the first layout here, yes, as the cursor is showing, where you'll be able to put in your picture as well as an introduction of yourself. And then once you've done that, you'll be required to create folders. To create folders, you go to pages, AC. Okay, on pages, you go to there's the plus sign at the bottom of the page. Where you click on that plus sign, it will show you, it will give you a space to name your folder, and then you create a folder there. And then your folders are, the names of the folders will be according to the rubric that will be given to you by the lecturer or coordinator of the school experience. And then you punch in the name, and once you're done, once you've done punching in the name, you write, you click on video. Sorry, or you click on done. Andile is typing there video example, and then yes. So now, because today we'll be talking on loading of the video, this is the folder or the page where your video will be loaded. Yeah. That's about it. And then you publish. I think you still remember how to publish the e-portfolio. To publish, you go to publish, and then once you click on publish, it will give you an option of publishing. Publish. So the people that will be able to see your portfolio, if you've got editors, or Andile now is an editor for my portfolio, you can see there that says editors must review changes before publishing. You can save that, and then you can click on publish, click cancel ACE, and then click publish, not the down arrow, but publish, the actual publish. Because now you're just an editor on my site, you won't be able to do that. But to click there, and then you done. To share the portfolio with the next person, you just copy the link and send it to them. That was just a recap. But if everyone is experiencing problems, we are always available to assist. I understand that it's been a long time since we've done this with you. You can send an email request for a consultation, we are available. And you can show them how to edit the video and then upload it. Thank you.
So, okay. Thank you, Lal. First, there are two ways of doing this. It's either your video, you upload it on YouTube, then you embed that video directly to your ePortfolio, or you use one of those third parties website where you can edit your videos, then you copy a link. Example of it should be like something like this. Let me show you guys. Should be like this. Okay, let me preview. See, this is an YouTube embedded video. You can see that you can play it directly on your ePortfolio. Okay, never mind that. Or you can have a third-party website where you use hyperlink instead. For instance, you see, I said for my lesson plan, click here. If you click here, it'll take you direct to that video. Give me 2 minutes. You see. So there's two ways of doing this. Is either you upload your video directly to YouTube so that you can embed your video on your ePortfolio, or you use a third-party website. I understand students maybe they will use their phones to record that. So if you use your phone, it's easy to do it as well, because you guys use, you can use is it Viva Video. I'm not sure those apps that you guys use when you try to enhance sound, or you even use filters on your videos. I think it's Viva Video. That's the one that I know of. There are some apps that people use, especially their phones, to download and to record and edit their videos. So if you use that, you can. Okay, before we go any further, you don't need an account on YouTube, as long as you have a Gmail account. By virtue of you having a Gmail account, you can sign in using that Gmail account. And don't think if you post something on your YouTube, everyone can see it. You have an option there that you can either make sure that no one sees that video except the people that have that link, or you can make it public. But I'm sure you guys don't want to be seen, a class scene. I'm not sure. Did not say, I'm sure. Maybe you guys want people to see you guys teach. So if that's the case, then you make your video public. But if not, then you will make it private. I'll show you how to do it. So as I was saying, is either you use YouTube or you use a third-party website. For instance, mine is I've got two anyway. One is Edpuzzle. Maybe you can take note of it. It's edpuzzle.com. Even here, you don't need to register. Even as long as you have Gmail. Okay, let me log in. I'll take it 2 minutes. Okay, you can say I'm a teacher because you are one. Then you say sign in using. Okay, let me use this one. Since I've used this before, okay, let me see if I'm gonna remove it or not. But if you're using Edpuzzle, you'll be asked which school are you from. Therefore, you write University of Fort Hare. Hence, you see University of Fort Hare. So you will see something like this without anything you posted. These are just trending videos on. You can see that Eastern Cape, South Africa, and so forth. So to upload your video, go on my content here. You say add content, then you say upload a video. So it's either your video is on Google Drive or somewhere on your laptop, maybe your desktop or one of your folders. Let me see which video I can use here. I was still together both doing a trend in Pambia. Okay, you.
Maybe by show of hands, you guys also understanding.
It will depend on size of your video and
Thanks, guys.
size of your video and your network speed, because if you use Wi-Fi, maybe it will take time to download that video. But since I'm in my office, maybe it'll take 2 minutes or so. So you choose the video that you need. Okay, let me choose this one. So you'll see here it's uploading depending on your speed and the size of your video. So if your size is not that much, maybe 30 megabytes or 50 megabytes, I don't know the duration you guys gonna have. Maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes, I don't know. Okay, it's almost done. So one thing about Edpuzzle, you can have notes. You can add notes on your video, or you can add voice notes. I'll show you how to do it. Okay. Still preparing. Give me 2 minutes. It'll be done just now. While we're still waiting, with us the apps you guys use for editing videos, maybe you can write those and see if it's gonna work or not. Okay, let's use one of the videos that I have here because this one is taking forever. Let's choose this one. You're gonna click on edit video. Okay, this is a great example because I've used this before. Let me use this one. You can click on edit here. Here, this is where you cut the parts that you don't want on your video, or you add voice notes. You can add a voice note, you can have that video, then start recording. Then obviously when your lecturer or your teacher plays that video, they can both hear you and that video as well. So to add notes, you can click on questions, add notes. You can add notes about the video. Or if you want to show if there's extra information you want lecturer to know, you can type it here, whatever. Then you save. So it's either you add those notes before the video starts or after. To do that, you notes. You see, it's either you put your cursor here and you have your notes, so that it's either your lecturer can see your notes before, or you can move that to the end. Then you write them at the end, depending whether you want the lecturer to watch the video first, then you have your notes, or you want your lecturer to see your notes, then your video. Depends on you whether how you want to do this. It's either you have video first, notes, or notes first, then your video. Then as soon as you're done, you click on save. Then you go back to the actual video here. You click on assign. Never mind, not that. You click on share preview. Then you copy that link. I'm not sure whether Lali did show you guys when you were doing ePortfolio, when you are adding hyperlink on your ePortfolio, how it's done. But if she didn't, you're gonna show you that. You copy that link here, then you go back to your ePortfolio. So we're using video example here. So you insert text box, you write whatever, maybe you say, click here for my video lesson. So here you highlight the part where you want them to click. For instance, if you click, you highlight click, there's this chain looking like, if you hover your mouse on it, you'll see that it said insert link. You click on it, you get something like this. Then you paste the link that you copied from the other side. Then you say apply. You see, it's neat. You don't have a video or whatnot. So to show that, or to want to see, if you want to see whether your link is working or not, there's this TV phone lookalike thing here. It's preview. You click on it. Then you check whether it is done or not. You see, it doesn't take long. As long that you have everything that you need on place, your video is uploaded on your laptop or phone or computer. I don't know what you use. Then you make a decision before you even do that, whether you're gonna use third-party website to upload your video on your or ePortfolio, or you use YouTube. YouTube sometimes the easiest, but it's the messiest because some people don't know how to use it. So I will show you how to use YouTube for your ePortfolio. But first you okay, let me log off on YouTube so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. When you log on YouTube, it's either you see where it says sign in, or you click on sign in. It's either you sign in using your Gmail, or if not, you register from scratch. But in this case, we don't need to register from scratch, so we're gonna use one of those emails that I have here. Let me use this one. Oh wow, what's my password again? Okay, perfect. So you log in using your Gmail. If you look closely on my left-hand side, is it my left-hand side? Oh, you click where it shows your name. In this case, it shows A. You click there. You say create a channel. Don't worry about that. You're not gonna do a vlog or whatever. You don't have to post. You don't have to publish the video that's gonna post it here. Once you set up everything, you're gonna find this page. This page only allows you to upload your videos. You don't have to publish the video to the whole university, as long that you're gonna publish this. Not now. So you select your file like that. Of course, you're gonna give it your name. I'm not sure how you're gonna name your videos in your class. Maybe it's gonna say Andy the lesson one, or I don't know, your student number, your name. I don't know. Your lecturer will tell you how to save your videos. I don't know. Soon as that is done, it's either you write the description or not, depending on you. You click next. Well, is it for kids or not for kids? Depends. So let's just say no. I don't know. Say next. You click next even here. This is where it gets trickier, because if you say private, you won't be able to share that video with anyone. But if you say unlisted, anyone with your link gonna see that video. Because remember, if you say private and you embed that video on your e-portfolio, when your lecturer views that video, it won't gonna play. It's not gonna play proper English. It is not gonna play. But if you say unlisted, then that means anyone with that link or anyone with a link e-portfolio yako, they'll be able to view that video that you're gonna embed on your e-portfolio. So when you click on unlisted, you say save, it'll take time to upload that video there. Before you go any further, you see where it says video link. This is what we need. You just copy your video link, then you say close. You go back to your e-portfolio. You see where it says insert. You go down, you see where it says YouTube. You click on that YouTube there. Okay, sign in, because we need you to sign in on YouTube as well. It's gonna take forever. Okay, give me guys 2 minutes to fix this. But you click on YouTube there. Let me log on. In the meantime, I will stop sharing because you guys are gonna see my passwords and what. It's ed to n is edpuzzle.com. It's ed. Okay, let me just copy. In the meantime, is there any other questions so that the campus panel has a question? Oh, okay. I fixed what I was gonna say. Fix. You click on insert, then you go down. You see where it says YouTube. This is what you're supposed to get. So you go back to your YouTube thingy. Get shareable link. Then you come back to your e-portfolio. You paste it there. Search. Supposed to see something like that. You highlight it and say select. So you will see it's in your e-portfolio. Even if you preview it and play it, you'll see that it's gonna play. So these are two ways of having a video on your e-portfolio. These are two ways of having your video on your e-portfolios. Either you embed your video via YouTube or you create a hyperlink. If there's any other question on these two, maybe I think we are done. I'm not sure. Bongo, is there anything about the video uploading, editing that you needed them to know?
Hi, Ace. I think let's hear what Mr. Daka is saying, as well as if they have any questions, and they mustn't feel overwhelmed because it seems like a lot, and if you haven't actually practiced it, it might seem like a lot. But what we'll do is that we'll share maybe Ace slides or this recording, just so that you can go back and just see what Ace has done and what he was doing during the class. Yeah, but for now, it might seem overwhelming. But as I said, it just needs you to do it step by step, just to follow and see how he did it. Do you guys have any questions or maybe any fears going forward? Just maybe raise your hand or okay, Ms. Mtaka.
Thank you very much. I support you that when you say that it looks overwhelming right now. I would like to know, I don't want to make an assumption that just before they submit their portfolios, are you also going to assist those who will be having challenges of loading and editing their videos?
Okay, maybe what we can do is just like with the e-portfolio and the submissions, is that when just before, because it will just be a recap. So hopefully they would have done their classes then, and they obviously would have had collected their materials and everything. So just like I think this class we did last year, where they gave us their links for their portfolios. So if they're having, we can have a recap for the video upload and editing just before they submit. So as I say, maybe just maybe a week and a half before, we'll have a session for submission, so they for those that might have trouble. But I know this class, I think it's the class that did really well last year. So they can we can have a session for video uploading again, just a recap. And so for those who are having trouble, we can do it again. So yeah, I don't know if that would work for you.
Yes, I think it would work for us.
And the reason why I say that is because now it's overwhelming and they actually haven't done the actual recording themselves. So when they actually have the recording and they're forced to upload it, then they'll be able to see what exactly they're struggling with, and then they'll be able to come with questions. Because right now it's difficult for them to come with questions if they haven't actually created the video and gone through the process themselves. Yet if they go do it and having to submit, even if it's just a draft, they'll see that, okay, I'm having trouble with A, B, and C. And that in that week, when we have the recap, they're able to come to us and say, this is what is we're having trouble with. Yeah, I'll answer the questions now. Maybe, Ms. Mdaka, you have anything else to say, or if that's okay with you.
It's okay with me. Another question or concern. I know that the purpose of this session is to teach them on how to upload their videos as well as editing them. I'm concerned whether maybe that's not in your capacity of being sure that they will be able to videoize audible and clear videos. That's my concern. I think we have an assumption, I think, as a faculty, and us now as we're presenting, that all of our students will be able to come up with clear and audible videos.
Yes,
it's food for thought for us as well, just to be sure that at least we have prepared them for that.
Yeah, I think also just to add on what you're saying is that I think it will be important for them as the students just to have like a mock session, either a mock session or before the actual class starts, they go into the class and then maybe if it's 5 minutes before the classes start or whatever, they put up the video, they set up the video or their phone according to wherever it would be more visible. Normally, I think the back would would be more suited, because obviously you want to see them teach. So obviously maybe they set it up at the back or at a window, like slanted, and then they talk maybe with no pupils there, even if it's 5 minutes. Then they stop the recording. Then they'll be able to see on their phones whether they are audible or not. I think that would be the best option, is that they try it out before the actual class with no students there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only that's the only thing I can think of, because now it's not going to be like people videoizing them, but they'll be videoizing themselves.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you
That
very
might
much.
be a different point. Yeah. Okay. Ace, I think you have questions. As you can see, I think Anna has a question for you, and then we have questions on the chat box.
Let's hear why Kunana. Don't mind me, I'm bad when it comes to Ifani or Magam.
Okay, thanks. It's actually Luolo speaking. I'm using a friend's laptop to access a session. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. I think my question will probably be directed to Ms. Mdaka, because I noticed that Dr. Chilo is not present as the coordinator of experience. My concern is, since Sis Bongo is saying that we might probably have another session, I don't know, but when we're going to have that session. So my concern is, e-school experience is ending on the 5th, and data to ingene 3rd of February, so it will end on the 3rd of March. So in terms of that session, the second session that we are going to have, my concern is that, are we going to is about before data to ipele, and at the same time this whole thing of uploading videos, because obviously it's 5, so that means by E5 we will not have data to do everything. So ingaba into your data, has it been taken care of?
Thank you very much. I won't be able to answer your question right now, but I've noted your question. We'll get back to you concerning that.
Okay, Nkosi kakhulu ma.
All right.
Ace, I think there's other questions on the chat box.
Do we have
Okay, just before that, maybe we can just say, Asipe, do you have a question before we go to the chat box? I see your hand is up. Asipe?
Thank you. Bengicela ubuza umama Mdaka. Xa sisenza ividiyo, ungaba nabantwana besikolo funeke simake sure ukuba bayavila, okanye we should only focus kuthi and delivering the content?
Thank you. If possible, we would love to see even the learners. I know that we are not going to videoize, look at them all the time. Mainly would love to see you teaching, but your class as well, at least so as to have an idea of what has been happening in your class. I don't know whether I have answered you, Asipe.
No, you have answered me, Mama Nkosi.
I think, is it Jefta PL? YouTube only takes 20 gigs per user. And I doubt that class here will take even 1 gig. So it doesn't have space limit YouTube per se, but the maximum that you can have is 20 gigs. So think about it, your video can't be that long. Ikhona any question before depending when you say Kasibe TJ, how to use the hyperlink? Mamutseba boy, boy sakho.
Yes, but I would like to suggest something, Mamumtak. I've had a concern of one of the students about into your data, that iyaphela. The data ends on the 3rd. So my suggestion would be, can't they make sure that before data it's depleted or it expires, they upload their video so that we can also check if the content, if the type of videos that they have uploaded is correct, so that they can make corrections.
Okay. I've recently have taken over from Dr. Kilo, and unfortunately now I don't have the dates of when they will be in schools, for how long, when are they going to submit, and so on. That's why I say right now I'm not in a position. Maybe they know better the dates that they were given by Dr. Kilo as to when to submit, the duration of this school experience. I don't want to say something and then it's not the correct information that I'm sharing with them. That's why I've said, but I'm taking your point. That's why I'm saying that I've noted the concern and the question. Definitely we'll have to get back to them. If possible, we'll accommodate or take your suggestion when I know the exact dates. I know that this is the first time that we're doing, and definitely there will be hiccups, but we're trying by all means that things run smoothly.
I think, Ms. Ntaka, just to add on, is that it's important just for the students to know, and they know, is even since when Dr. Kilo was here, is that they know us, the TLC, is that they will receive all the support that they need, and they shouldn't panic. They will receive all the material that they need, and things will be done accordingly. So if they stuck or whatever, they know that the support is there, that they obviously will give them the correct channels in which they can communicate with us. If they're having trouble, there will be a follow-up session. So this is just to enlighten you, and for those who are maybe a step ahead, to know that, okay, you use Edpuzzle, let me play around with it. YouTube, let me play around with it. But I don't think it's anything to panic about. It's going to work out. It's not a difficult thing, as long as you videoize yourself and you know that you've got the content on your phone. Whether you've asked someone to videoize you during the class or whether you videoize it yourself, the most important thing is that the content is on your phone, so that when Ms. Ntaka or Tilo, they want the content, you have the content and you're able to upload the content when you have data, or when we've obviously have the next workshop. I don't know if Lali, I think you have something to add.
So can I say something?
Yeah, you can.
You are right by saying that we'll try by all means to support them. But also the advice that I would give them is that my understanding is that they are going to be in schools for 3 weeks, so they should not wait for the last weeks to record their lessons. The sooner they do that, the better, so that they check whether they are able to, they have clear videos, they are able to try and load them. That's the advice that I could give them right now. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Lali?
Nothing much, Bongo. There's nothing I would like to add. Just we're here to assist, and whenever they've got hiccups at school, we'll be available for them. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thanks. So we'll communicate with Ms. Ntaka. What we'll do is we'll give her this recording and the link, etc. And then she obviously will then share with you guys. And then she will communicate to us what date, etc., of the following training or the follow-up training, and then we'll have that in place. Hopefully we've eased you guys a bit, if there was any concern. But remember, it's the first time seeing it. Once you watch the video again on the link, things will come back to you. Yeah, and also thanks Andile. Thank you very much. I don't know if you have anything else to say, Andile, before we close.
No, Bong, there's nothing that I can add. I have a question though for Mom Dad.
Okay.
No, it's a matter of consent. Do students just videoize their lessons, or they get consent from isikolo kuqala? Because abanye abazali njengami, I wouldn't like Lukona avail without me knowing that there's something is abanjalo. I don't know whether it makes sense or not.
Your question, it does make sense, and I think we have brought to our attention a very important aspect. We need also to consider that. I doubt that we have considered that when we were asking students to videoize their lessons when they are in schools. I'm sure of my school or the faculty did not take into cognizance that we need to get permission. So your advice is noted.
Okay, it was just a question, and now I need a bomb.
Okay.
It's delayed. It's delayed. Okay. Thanks, Ace. You raised a valid point. Think of that. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone. I'll stop the recording now. Share it with Ms. Mdaka. She will then obviously give us further clarity as the head now, further clarity as to the way forward in going forward. And obviously you'll hear from her as to how to communicate with us or if you're having any troubles. Thank you so much. If there's no other questions, I think we are done.
I wish to also thank the TLC people for this presentation, and I promise that we'll keep you posted about the developments or any concerns or whatever. Thank you for saying that the doors of your offices are open. Thank you.
Thanks, Ms. Mdaka. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Have a nice afternoon.
Bye.
Bye.